here's the front of the boat. We'll check out the inside. I've kind of cleared out a lot of stuff. That was all inside the boat. There's so much stuff. This is the initial view. Little storage compartment down below. Right here. There's a little alcohol stove. Sink. Not sure if any of this stuff ever worked. Little side seat. Table. Bench. And there's a bench seat there. There's the V-berth all the way forward. And I'll just go forward. There's a sail under there. We're gonna have to move stuff around. Then I think this is the main sail. They just put it in here. No big deal. I'm just gonna come around here. And there's the seat, table, sink. Then that part right there is actually the bathroom. And then you can lift this ladder up. There's a bunch of stuff under here, including the cushions that are right here. They actually go outside right here, and then this hatch right here closes, so it creates like this half circle, and you can sit because the steering wheel is right there in the center. But yeah, this is the bathroom space. It's kind of cool. I love that it has a separate quarter. The door's a little jacked up, but that's okay. And then this part we're gonna sew and fix. These are actually the original seats, and they look definitely like 1999. It's got a spot here that you could put like a map or something like that, which is kind of cool. You can always just navigate from the table, I guess. Bathroom. It's just a porta potty type setup, which is better because there's so many regulations about emptying stuff, but I like that it's away from things, it's enclosed, and you can remove it just pretty easy by taking it out. It's got a sink in here, a little storage below. Not sure what this is. I don't know, toothbrush holder? I'm not sure. Little storage right there. And then a little mirror. Hey. Close that up. Yeah, locks there. So yeah, that's kind of nice having a little bit of privacy. It's probably not soundproof though, so gotta watch out for that. Headroom is pretty good. When you close this up, I'm standing just without even hitting my head. So that's awesome. It's really neat. There's lights interior right here. There's one right over there. And there's a little panel here for cabin lights, running lights, masthead light, auxiliary, you know, if you need to plug up something. There's like a solar thing in there now. I'm sure the battery's long gone. And then this spot below is for the radio, which is in a box right here. I'm not sure if I'll keep that, but there's all the connections and wires and stuff. Hopefully everything was wired properly. And then there's a spot right here for a little handheld. So kind of like that. It's close to the entrance here. So if you need to like communicate, you can communicate while being inside or outside. And then in the bottom, there's this like brand new grill, which I actually got on OfferUp, but he already had one. Hasn't even been opened, which is just awesome. It's really cool. It's one of the older ones, but that's okay. It's brand new in the box. Like I said, there's some storage below, which is kind of neat. There's just all sorts of stuff. I mean, there's storage everywhere. You never know what you're gonna find. Shaver. Yeah, that's nice. The guy repurposed things all the time. I mean, that says Norelco on it. Yeah, right there. I'm pretty sure that Norelco doesn't make a compass. I mean, how cool is that? I guess that's towards the front of the boat. So yeah, we're heading south. Yeah, but it works pretty dang good though. Looks like it's in good shape. There's stuff just everywhere. There's storage all over, just like the Catalina, but the headroom kind of decreases as you go forward. I mean, this would be awesome if it just stayed that height, you know, all the way back, but that's okay. Once you get to basically about here, because I clobbered my head there, you sort of have to crouch a little bit. It's like really tiny, but you have to crouch down a tad. Because, and I understand why, because below here, there's a step. It's the center board is stored actually into the boat entirely. It's not even hanging out at all. It stores completely inside the boat, which is awesome because that means that you could basically pull up onto a beach like inches of water, and you could anchor there. This guy threw some ropes on there, kind of cool. So, fire extinguisher. This below is an additional sleeping space. It looks really crammed right now because there's the cushions and there's a life preserver. There's actually a bimini top right here, which I think is awesome. It goes all the way to the back, but that basically hooks onto the boat right here, and it provides you some shade on the outside. So that's just awesome. That's a big plus, especially if you're just in the sun quite a bit, which you're going to be spending a lot of time out there. But this size, they actually advertise as a king-size bed. I know it doesn't really look like a bed. It's a storage area. There's like cushions and stuff right here, but this runs all the way back, and this ladder actually kicks up, and you could sleep, you know, quite a few people under there, which is pretty awesome. Probably be a little bit claustrophobic, but hey, if you're making some trip that requires a lot of sleeping quarters, then I think that is okay. So you could sleep people in the front. This table actually drops down just like the Catalina, and it goes into these little grooves right here on both sides, and so that makes a sort of a surface too. And you can actually sleep another person right here, which is crazy, and if someone wanted to crash right there, they can as well. Under here, Jess and I were kind of exploring. The guy has notes about everything, but under this styrofoam is actually a, let's see if I could move this out of the way. Under here is actually a piece of styrofoam, and there's actually a cooler. So that's really awesome. You can keep like maybe food, drinks, I don't know. They have those ones now that are like, you know, that they have in RVs that are smaller, and you can actually provide power to them so that they'll actually keep things cold. But I think that's pretty dang cool. So yeah, that's the interior. I'll show you the exterior real quick. But yeah, definitely a lot more space. It's amazing what 4 feet on a boat can do. All right, here's the exterior of the boat. It's pretty big. It makes the truck look pretty small. The guy included a little ladder here, so you can kind of step up onto the side, which I think is a nice touch. But you can actually enter in the back right here with this ladder, and there's a little handrail right there. That part right there folds upward, and you can get through to the cockpit. There's a double rudder system, which is kind of interesting. And inside, there's right here under cover is a steering wheel. It's not a tiller that you would see like on most boats where you push the arm, you know, to control the rudder. It actually has a linkage system and uses a steering wheel, so that's kind of different. And right back here is actually a seat that wraps around, which is cool, and it has cushions. The guy has some sort of navigation installed right there. No power to the boat right now. There's like probably, you know, a dead battery sitting inside. That on the top is actually the radar system. I think in the guy's note it said 16 miles radar, so you can definitely watch out for the other guys. Coming to the front of the boat here, this is the mast that runs all the way back, just like the Catalina when you travel. Travel on the trailer there. And then this pole right here is actually an assisting pole, similar to what I had set up to raise the mast, but this one actually stays on the boat and you can raise it up, which is a pretty neat system. Coming to the front of the boat here, there's a nav light that's in pretty rough shape, but maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Here's an anchor, and it has a roller, which is awesome. So basically the anchor just rolls right off there, and down below there should be some sort of chain compartment, and that has all of your anchored line in, so super convenient. That's really nice. Yeah, there's a roller furling on this. Not sure where the sail is. I'm hoping it's somewhere inside the boat. That's it right there. So basically the jib, which is the main sail on the front, we would normally hoist that up using a halyard, just the same way that we would raise the main sheet up. Well, this is different. This one, you actually unravel it kind of like a Venetian blind, and then you can roll it up real quick. So that's kind of nice. So if you need to decrease the power real quick because the winds pick up, you can just roll it right back in. I'm gonna have to learn about how to use that for sure. Never used one of those before, so this is definitely a step up, I guess. You know, bigger the boat, the more you have to learn. There's a big motor on the back. It's actually a 50 horsepower. And it also has a tilting function. Really hope that works. That would be a very big deal, you know, if it didn't. Yeah, I don't think there's really too much else to show on the exterior of the boat. The hookups are a little bit different for shrouds here. It has two on the side here, one on the nose, and there's two more on the sides. But what's interesting is that the sort of the spreaders here for the lines, you see it's kind of bent. That's actually a part of the design, and it allows you to keep, from what I've heard and read, it allows you to keep all the lines attached, and the only one that you have to actually connect is the one that's on the nose when you go to raise the mast up, which is awesome because on the Catalina you actually have to remove the forestay, which is on the front, and then there was two forward lowers that connected to this spreader right here that you had to detach and check the tension on each time you wanted to go sailing. It doesn't take that long, but I mean, shoot, if you could save 10 to 15 minutes, that's 10 to 15 minutes extra out on the water. And also the effort that you're having to put into it, you know, you're gonna definitely save yourself in that regard as well. There's a light on the mast as well. Hoping all this lighting and power works once you throw a battery in it. And I think the guy had a battery sort of thing to top off on it. I honestly prefer a solar panel. He didn't have a solar panel on this, but you can buy them for like $100. Not a big deal, and you can wire it to the battery. That's awesome, because then you can just always have power on the inside, outside, and wherever you go. So that would be one of the first things that I would do aside from getting a new battery. So anyways, I'll sort of close the video, I guess, by just backing up. But yeah, there's also, the trailer was custom made for the MacGregor here, in that it has a ladder on the front. So once you back this up into the water and the trailer's under the water, you can actually climb that ladder onto the front of the boat and make your way back. Just makes it easier to do if you're by yourself. Yeah, that's it.